Into every generation a Slayer is born. One girl in all the world, oh, wait, no, wrong script. Here we are. 2017 marks 20 years of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, so to celebrate, we've gone back over all 144 episodes to bring you the best of the Scooby Gang. Hug your plush Mr. Pointy tightly, it's going to be an emotional ride as we count down the very best Buffy episodes of all time. Oh, and if the apocalypse comes, beep me. Grave, Season 6, Episode 22. So, let's face it, Season 6 has its fair share of problems in that it never really feels like it knows where it's going post Buffy's sacrifice in Season 5. Where do you go when your Slayer literally died the previous season? Well, that's an issue rectified by the emergence of Dark Willow, allowing Willow and Xander to take centre stage in a finale instead of Buffy. We feel every bit of pain as Dark Willow tortures Xander, who just repeatedly says "I love you," and we break down as Willow finally realises she can't kill her best friend and cries in his arms. It hurts like hell, and Hannigan and Brendan absolutely knock it out of the park.
I love you. Well, guess that qualifies as happy to see me.
Chosen, Season 7, Episode 22. If this feels like a list of finales so far, it kind of is, but given that Buffy already had its finale all the way back in Season 5, Chosen already had a high benchmark to aim for, and while this episode doesn't live up to the gift, it still does a sterling job of ending Buffy on a high. It's about as happy an ending as Buffy and the Scooby Gang could ever hope for, despite the death of Anya and the noble sacrifice of Spike. Sob. What's best about this episode though is its message that anyone can be a chosen one, as Buffy rebels against the Slayer lineage to create a whole army of Slayers. And to top it off, the final shot is just perfect.
Not happy, bit.
Innocence, Season 2, Episode 14. Don't you just hate it when having sex with someone turns them into a soulless monster? Following immediately on from Surprise, where Buffy and Angel finally got intimate, Innocence is the gut-kicking episode where we get our first full look at the complete bastard that is Angelus. Boreanaz has a blast at just how evil the soulless vampire is, including completely destroying Buffy emotionally with this dramatic conversation when she doesn't realise just what he's become.
Was I not good?
You were great. Really. I thought you were a pro.
This is the dark side of the show's central tragic romance, and a showcase of just how unpredictable these characters' relationships can be. The episode's also lifted by a terrific speech by Giles, showcasing his softer side and comforting Buffy. Go Giles.
All you will get from me is my support. And my respect.
Graduation Day, Season 3, Episodes 21 and 22. Okay, so we're basically bending the rules a bit with this because it's technically 2 episodes, but so much happens in the Season 3 finale that it seems wrong to separate either part as being superior to the other. Effectively, it's Xander and Giles who save the day for the Scoobies as they take on the mayor, who's decided to ascend for the occasion of Buffy's graduation, but there are plenty of other delightful character moments. Cordelia's first dusting of a vampire is brilliant, and there's a beautiful ending for Faith. It's a turning point for the whole show. Not only are the characters moving on from high school, it's the end of an almost flawless season. Oh, and this happens. Passion, Season 2, Episode 17. No one can break us like Whedon, and he gives us the first painful glimpse of that in Passion. Angelus is continuing to tick off his evil to-do to destroy Buffy emotionally list when he crosses paths with Jenny Calendar, Robia Lamort, and we see just how far he's gone. It's bad enough that he snaps her neck with glee, but then he leaves her in her lover Giles's bed in an otherwise romantic scene. Dark. It was here that we also discovered that no character was safe in the Whedonverse. Fortunately, Giles is saved by Buffy during his ill-advised revenge against Angelus, but it doesn't make the heartbreak afterwards any easier to watch. The intro and outro narration from Boreanaz too is scripted perfectly. Passion. It rules us all.
If we could live without passion, maybe we'd know some kind of peace. But we would be hollow. Empty rooms, shuttered and dank. Without passion, we'd be truly dead. There's moments in your life that make you, that set the course of who you're gonna be. Sometimes they're little, subtle moments. Sometimes they're not. I'll show you what I mean.
Becoming, Season 2, Episodes 21 and 22. I know, Rule Bend Part 2. So of course Buffy has to defeat Angelus in order to save the world. What we don't expect is that she ends up sacrificing Angel once his soul actually gets restored. It's a gut punch that has no less impact even when you know it's coming, with all the elements coming together. Sarah McLachlan's theme, Geller and Boreanaz's performances, to create a quietly devastating moment. What's more, it marks a turning point for Buffy, even more so than in Prophecy Girl in Season 1, as she's had to kill her first love. No longer was she just putting herself in danger, her decisions had consequences for everyone around her. Once More with Feeling, Season 6, Episode 7. It shouldn't have worked, and yet Once More with Feeling is an absolute triumph, working not just as a fun musical episode with some killer tunes, hello I've got a theory, it also has the audacity to deliver some crucial developments for Season 6 as a whole, especially in terms of the Scooby Gang's relationships. Even the most ardent pessimist, Buffy is a musical, yeah, whatever, will have been tapping their toes at the end with a stupid grin on their face. And don't say you've never sung Rest in Peace in the shower. You totally have.
Let me rest in peace. Why won't you let me rest in peace?
The Gift, Season 5, Episode 22. There are many fans who view The Gift as Buffy the Vampire Slayer's true series finale, but then that would have meant no Once More with Feeling. Still, it's a pretty perfect closer, as Buffy sacrifices herself to save Dawn, and the entire world in a flawlessly executed sequence. Before that though, Giles gets his chance to shine as he kills Ben, or the other body of glory, because he knows Buffy is a hero who's not like us. As Buffy's body lies prone after her jump into the portal, we see the Scooby Gang's devastated reactions, and we still can't think about her final speech to Dawn.
Dawn, the hardest thing in this world is to live in it.
Without welling up. When Spike cries, we cry.
So this is what it is. Talking about communication.
Hush, Season 4, Episode 10. Even Once More with Feeling has nothing on the boldness of what Whedon set out to do with Hush, with no dialogue for the majority of the episode, and one of television's creepiest villains in The Gentleman. It's a masterclass in terrifying the shit out of viewers. A standout scene sees Giles pop on Dance Macabre and show off the plans on an overhead projector with hand-drawn illustrations. Perfect. Also, as brilliant as the idea is to have a monster that steals the voices of everyone, Whedon owes a lot to his cast, who do so much purely just with expressions, meaning that we always know what they're feeling. What we were feeling was the start of a lifelong trauma that brought a whole new meaning to the word gentleman.
Hey, Mom!
The Body, Season 5, Episode 16. Is number 1 in question? Of course not. Quite simply, The Body is one of the best portrayals of grief on screen ever. It sees Buffy and her friends deal with the death of her mother Joyce, not from a vampire or from a demon, but a horribly real brain aneurysm. It's not just Buffy and Dawn we're feeling for either. Everyone's reaction is devastating, especially ex-demon Anya's heartbreaking confusion of why it's happened. With no music, the episode captures the endless waiting involved in the aftermath of a death, and for all of Whedon's flourishes with unexpected deaths, this is one that hurts the most given its ordinariness. It feels real, almost too real at times, and will move even a casual viewer of the show. Not just the best Buffy the Vampire Slayer episode, The Body ranks as one of the finest episodes of television ever. So that's our list of the top 10 Buffy the Vampire Slayer episodes. If you think we've missed one, let us know in the comments below. Otherwise, click the boxes on the left for more content from us, and don't forget to hit that big button in the middle to subscribe for more entertainment news, reviews, previews and features right here on Games Radar Plus.